Welcome to Tritone Radio,
What's up?
the inaugural episode. If you're wondering who we are, the name is DJ Fatman, aka Corbin. I'm your host, and I'm here with my co-host,
Dr. Badass.
also known as Bilberforest, also known as Crazy Will, my man here at the helm. And if you're wondering what we're doing, we are playing you guys some music, some fresh local music from Atlanta to Athens, and probably some other places too, because we just roll like that. But yeah, we're not gonna keep you guys waiting too long for this first part here. We're gonna go ahead and start you guys off with one of our favorite bands, if not our favorite band, from Atlanta. This is a band called Loner. The song is called Bioluminescent. Now, Wilbur, this is the first song that we will ever be playing on Tritone Radio. I'm very excited.
It's a sentimental moment.
It is. Let's take a moment to pause and appreciate it. Yeah, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay, we're good. Moving on. Here's Loner. All right, like I said, that was Loner. That song is called Bioluminescent. It's from their album In the Tides of Time, I believe their debut album. And just
Mm-hmm.
damn, that's quite an arrangement in that song. I really, really dig the way that they use like jazz tonalities to create almost this like sonics like landscape because they're just
Mm-hmm.
kind of jamming over two chords a lot, but there's like a lot going on within that. It's very jazz like thing to do.
Those tones are really dialed in.
Those tones are extra dialed in. That's one of my good friends, Josh Loner. They're amazing, man. Loner is just too good.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll be hearing from them. Hopefully, we'll be getting Josh here on the show sometime. And there, yeah, if you get a chance, go check out Loner. So, you're probably asking yourself again, who are these people? We are just a couple of dudes. Again, we're called Tritone Radio. That's what we're going with. We are playing you guys music from Atlanta and Athens. If you hadn't already figured that out, if you didn't hear before, and we are doing this because it's just really important to get a lot of these bands out there and just especially amongst each other and just getting some support generated for all these bands because there's some really talented cats floating around out there, not just in Atlanta, not just in Athens, but in other places that you'll be hearing from all over the country. Hopefully, we got a band from Chicago for you later tonight. Hopefully, we'll be getting more as this gains traction and people will be hitting us up and we can play their music and that'll be awesome.
So if you're listening to this, send us some music.
Send us some damn
We might play
tunes,
it.
man. Yeah, that's what me and Will like to do. We like to listen to music. So please send us some. Please hit us up. Again, my name's Corbin. My co-host is Crazy Will, and we're just gonna be hanging out, like talking to you guys about music, talking about different things, talking about the music we listen to. And we've been trying to do this for a while now, man. Have we not?
We have,
And
and
it's good. We're finally getting it rolling. We're making moves. We're
each time we,
calling this episode 0. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying, each time we do this, we get a little something extra. We always have like one more thing we can use, and
Absolutely.
we just got like one more piece of the puzzle, and then next thing you know, it'll be like, whoa, big level.
Thank you, Crazy Will, for your valuable and always appreciated insight.
That's what I'm
So if you're a forthright thinking person, you're probably wondering, why do I give a shit what either of these two goobers say? And that's good. If you're thinking that, you're ahead of the game already. You're listening to us because we are musicians ourselves. We both play in bands. We both play around Atlanta and Athens as much as possible. We interact with a lot of really great bands around here, top to bottom. Bands people know, bands people don't know, and we just I feel like there's nobody really doing this. There's nobody really expressly pushing all this music, this great music that's coming out of these two cities in particular. And I do think that's important to do. So that's part of why we're here. Why us? I don't know, man. Music's really subjective. It's totally up to your opinion. And a full disclaimer before we move any further: this is just our opinion.
It's just how we feel.
It's just how we feel. It's just how we feel. And we're gonna give you guys our opinion. Don't be mad or be mad, whatever. If you're mad, let us know. Holler
Hopefully,
at
it'll
us.
give some insight to some people.
Yeah, for sure. We're all about arguing about some stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much why you're listening to us. I mean, if you're tuned in, we hope you're enjoying. We hope you're digging. I'm pretty confident you dug that first song. If not, we're gonna go ahead and hit you with another one. And this is from another band in Atlanta that I'm not sure if they're still together or not anymore. I don't think so, but you should check them out anyway. They're called Dosen. This song is called Cactus Practice. Crazy Will?
Yep.
Cactus, Practice. Good
That
stuff.
bass.
That bass dough.
Yeah.
I'm pretty fond of that band too. I'm not sure what the deal is with them, so I'm not gonna dwell too hard. All I'm gonna say is that it sounds like Primus and Rage Against the Machine making sweet, sweet love to each other while Tom Waits masturbates in a corner. That's my best summation of that band.
You got to open up.
You gotta open up, and that's good advice. So we're gonna take that and we're gonna move on to our next subject. So I just want to get on my soapbox for a minute and talk to you guys about supporting these bands.
You want me to get it out?
Well, yes, please go run fetch the soapbox, Master Will. So Will's gonna give me my soapbox. I'm gonna go ahead and get on it before he even gets back.
There it is.
Oh, okay, good. We're in time. So it's just really important, guys, to get out there and go and see these bands for starters. Not just the bands you hear us play you, but any band that you can go out and find and go out and dig. I think that's a big problem, is that there is so much music out there that it's very saturated, and you have to dig for the bands that you like. As much music as there is, it's almost as if we have this very limited scope of what we can actually see or what we're actually into, and I think that's another big problem. It's like Dosen said, you got to open up. You got to listen to all kinds of music and be influenced by all kinds of things in any way, whether you're a musician or an artist or anything in your life. You feel a wide range of emotions, so I feel it's important to have a wide and very broad taste in music. And saying that, it's also important to, one of my favorite podcasters says, look at everything with skeptical hippo eyes.
Yeah, if you think about it, a lot of people, they only listen to about maybe the first 10 seconds of a song, like
yeah,
maybe 15.
I'm sure. Can we pull up? Can you see if you can pull up some kind of statistic about that?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
want to know how long. I want to know how long the average person listens to a song before they make up their mind about it. See if you can find something. But yeah, I think that's really wild that we just approach what we're into musically in such a like narrow scope. And I feel like the bands that I really dig and the people I like are people with wide tastes in music, and I think that's important in your development as an artist, is to have that large taste. But it's I myself am a snot. Like I'll be the first to admit I listen to everything that anybody will play me with open ears, but I'm definitely gonna be opinionated about it. I'm definitely going to be picky about it, and I think that's okay too. It's okay, like, to actually have an opinion. You don't want to write something off without really giving it a chance first, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
here's something interesting I found. This isn't quite the answer, but this is what popped up. An average American listens to approximately 2 million songs in his or her lifetime.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And that they will spend about 120,000 hours listening to music in a lifetime.
That's pretty rad. I wonder how much time that would make.
But
mean like me, how much me and you have spent listening to music compared to the average person.
do you think we've already hit that?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know, man, because that would mean by the time we're dead, it's gonna be almost double that, and I don't know. That's a lot. I'd say we definitely probably listen to more than the average person, but
Yeah.
there's probably people who listen to more music than us too.
But we'll keep digging a little further.
Yeah,
see
we'll
what I can
keep going.
find.
We'll go ahead and mark that down. I said we just start keeping track, dude.
But that's for the books.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, not the stat I was looking for, but a good stat nonetheless. Anyway, back to my soapbox before we got thrown off there. It's really important to support, especially these good bands that you're seeing in Atlanta and Athens. A lot of the bands I'm playing you, and you'll hear more from me. But if you hear other bands and they're good, and you like them, even go support them, go listen to them, buy their CDs, buy their albums, buy their T-shirts, posters, whatever we got.
Okay, we got a breakdown here.
Oh, please help me out, Will. What do we got?
Hold on a second, let me scoot the mic up. So, all right. we're almost as likely to skip to another song as we are to listen to it. 24.14% skip within the first 5 seconds. 28.97 skip within the first 10 seconds. 35.05% skip within the first 30 seconds. And 48.6 skip before the song finishes. The average listener skips about 14.65 times per hour.
Skips music that often?
Yeah.
Huh.
So, nice little list of stats here.
That's quite interesting.
Mobile users skip more, 51.1% versus 40.1% for desktop users.
Okay, so you're saying if you're listening to shit on your phone, basically,
You're 10% more likely to skip.
Oh wow. Well, that's an interesting stat too. I will say that I'll give people credit. I thought it was going to be much higher. Like, well, you're saying 48% of people like just will skip before a song's over, but like that's like past what 30 seconds. You're saying?
Yeah, so
Okay. Well, there you go. I'll say I'll give him at least that. I thought it'd be like 48% of people like skip it within the first 3 seconds. Those are just the real ADD people, or
yeah.
maybe they're the real picky people. I guess I do that sometimes, but I usually try to listen to a song like all the way through. If I start a song, it's like a movie. A movie has to be real bad for me to turn it off, like in the middle of. You know what I mean? If I start a movie, I'm gonna finish it. If I start a song, that's like 3 minutes. And there's not many times I sit through something and I'm just like, well, there's 3.5 minutes I can't get back. Like,
But think of where we've come from in terms of the way we listen to music. Like if you think of like the old record players, like the Victrolas and the phonograms or whatever, it used to be a straight up piece of furniture in your house that you had to go sit down and listen to and take the time out of your day. Versus now it's on a phone where people are just like cramming music in on the go. I mean,
oh well, of course.
it's good to listen to music as much as you can, but the reality is when you're like out doing shit, you're not giving the full attention that's a lot of music deserves. Like it's like comparing like cooking your own food to fast food in a sense.
That's true. I think that's almost another conversation itself. But, I mean that comes down to like digital versus analog. I mean, the question is not even of digital versus analog. The question is the actual act of sitting down, putting on a record, as opposed to even like a CD or anything else. I feel like it's just a much more personal, it's a much more real thing to do. To put that on, sit down, you have this big piece of art to look at, and it's like it's more inconvenient to skip a song on a record player. You put a record on to listen to it from start to finish. And that's how we used to take in music, but now we have all these different outlets where we don't have to do that anymore. We don't have to appreciate an entire album. It's the day of the single. But here nor there. Right now, I think that's also cool because those of us who like listening to full albums still, I also have that option to do most of the time on my phone as well.
But here's the flip side of that argument. With as like we've increased technology, there is something to be said for like that. Also gave way to music videos, which there's something to be said for that on itself.
What do you mean? So
I mean, like it's sort of in the same sense as the technology progressed, we were able to expand it into music videos as well. So you could then also like expand it to TV. So then
yeah,
you could also experience as it also developed. You could also offer different ways to get a full experience out of
right.
music.
Experience it visually.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and I know that they were doing stuff like that back in the day too, but as soon as like MTV hit, it was just like this is mainstream now. Like this is the real deal. You can see, everybody, the whole world's gonna see, what we're giving. And I think that was great to an extent because it gave us. I mean, there's great music videos out there. Some awesome ones, man. Also, some not so awesome ones.
It's a give and take. There's gonna be good shit
Yeah,
and there's
and
gonna
I
be
think
bad
that's a
shit
big thing to
regardless.
take away is like to get through any music genre or anything, you have to sift through a lot to pick up the good shit. But the good shit that's there is very good.
Here's something to think about. Everyone tends to think a lot of the classical guys as like some of like I know like Bach, Beethoven, they're fucking beautiful, phenomenal pieces, but nobody talks ever mentions that not including like the greats, but there also had to have been bad music that existed at that time too. Like it wasn't just bad. It seems like we only talk about bad music that exists in modern times. Like,
Sure, but it just didn't have as big of a space. People just didn't have to listen to it. Like,
mm-hmm,
you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't get into an arena in which people could hear all that bad music. You know what I
mm-hmm,
mean? Like only the top guys got to go play for people. I think,
exactly.
you know, unless you're just some dude on the street playing your fiddle. But who knows? Anyway, so off my soapbox. I don't even think I soapboxed all the way. That was a lot of random shit, but whatever. Hopefully you guys are still with
It was a good
us.
little spicy seasoning.
I like it. I like it. So anyway, we're gonna hit you guys with another song. This is the Chicago band. I promised you. I got the liberty to play a show my band with this other band. They're called Lovejoy. They're from Chicago. This song is called Phoebe, and I believe it's a single. And Mr. Crazy Will, can you go ahead and hit that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Out my window, past me, summer flirts, already turning gray. No, she
Yeah, what'd you think of that?
Uh, that was Lovejoy. That song's called Phoebe, and it makes me happy.
As it should.
And that's what I know.
Mm-hmm.
No, I actually really dig that band. Damn, I just like I think that's how you write like a really catchy song and make it extra musical still. You got this you got these like that one part's that like real kind of Latin groove going on. You have almost a Motown esque bass line going on underneath it, and then this very singer songwriter type feel over the top of it, and it kind of conglomerates into this really really chill mellow thing. And I'm not sure what that song is about. I think it's about something sad, but it makes me happy. I don't know. Lovejoy, if you're out there, tell me what that song's about. And also please come back to Atlanta or Athens, because I want to see you guys play again. Yeah, but holla at Lovejoy. They're amazing. Check them out. Like I said, the song was called Phoebe. So, Crazy Will,
What's up?
how we doing over there, buddy?
Doing good, doing good.
You enjoying yourself?
I am.
That's good.
I am.
Me too. Like I said, this is Tritone Radio. My name is Corbin. That's my co-host Crazy Will, and we're just slinging tunes at you. And this next band are some other very good friends of us. They are called Help Computer. This song is called Arise Chicken, and it's off of their antivirus demo. Go ahead, Crazy Will. All right, that was Help Computer with Arise Chicken. Damn, that's a lot happening in one song. Can you say Prague?
Prague.
Thank you, Crazy Will. Yeah, Help Computer's awesome, man. There's some friends of ours out of the Metro Atlanta area. They're rad. They just got a lot going on: sax, two guitars, bass and drums. Um, a lot of big compositions, man. I really dig that band. Yeah, man. This has been great. Has it not, Will?
It
I'm
has.
happy that we finally are getting this done. If you're just tuning in, hit the rewind because you need to listen to the whole thing. But this is Tritone Radio. I'm Corbin, and I'm here with Crazy Will. We've been playing you music all night,
What do you mean tune and rewind?
dude. Because if you're listening to this later, we've recorded already. You can rewind.
Why would they be coming in
Will,
just now?
don't question me, dude.
We're not streaming live.
Dude,
Just fucking with you.
the fights. This fight. This is the podcast is over. Episode 0 is the only episode.
Speaking of fights,
Oh my god! As of the time of this recording, Conor McGregor and Habib have been announced to fight each other, and you guys will hear me babble about MMA sometimes, but I'm really excited. I shed a few tears when I found out of joy, and Will showed up, and I was just calling everyone I knew, who I thought would care.
he was.
I was.
He went out into the streets and shouted it to the world.
I did. I was pretty
Scared an
damn
old
excited.
lady.
But anyway, this has been super fun, man. I've really enjoyed myself. I hope all of you out there listening have enjoyed it. If anything, go and check out these bands for us. If you don't like this at all, that's fine. Just check out the music. That's all we really ask. That's the main point here. Go support these bands. Like and share. Like and share. It's so simple. Christ, it's so simple. Just click like and share on Facebook or Instagram or anywhere that you hear these beautiful bands that are enriching your lives. Just help them out. It helps out more than you could possibly understand, and it literally takes 5 seconds of your time.
If you give
So,
a little love, it all comes back to you.
thanks, Will. Again, insightful words. We're gonna talk about one more thing before we close up, because it kind of ties in with this last band. So, I was having a conversation with my younger brother the other day, and he was talking to me about the two kinds of bands. He thinks every band can be broken down into two different kinds of bands. You have your disruptors and you have your maintainers, both of which have merit, both of which are good. Neither is better than the other. Now, disruptors come out of left field. They show up and they turn the party on its ass. They do something completely different that you did not expect. Sometimes people take to it really quick. Sometimes it takes a while, but that's just what a disruptor is. Now, a maintainer is somebody who comes along and does something like plays the blues, for instance, and does it in their own way. Is continuing a tradition, which is not any less creative or worse than say somebody who is a disruptor, but it's you're maintaining, like I said, a tradition. Sometimes you can do that while putting your own flavor on it. I think, say, like Jack White's a great example of doing the blues but kind of doing it his own way. And he kind of borders that line. I think you could go on and on about different bands and there's different levels to that, as far as what something is, whether it is maintain or disrupt. And some people foot the line, some people are just on either side of it. I think this next and last band we're gonna play for you tonight is flirting with the line pretty hard. They're right down the middle. They're doing something way out of left field, but it's something very warm and familiar and psychedelic. They are called the White Rabbit Collective, and they are out of Athens, Georgia. They're really awesome. They're going to be playing the Seeds of Sound Festival coming up, which you'll be hearing a lot about. We're going to be pushing that pretty hard because me and Will are both playing it. But I would like to just say that about this band and leave you with them for the evening and close your eyes when you're listening to this one. Let yourself drift off a little bit
And
but,
come out to Seeds of Sound.
and come out to Seeds of Sound. But again, you'll hear more about that.
Mhm.
But thanks for joining us. This has been Tritone Radio. I'm Corbin.
I'm Will.
That's Crazy Will. And we fixing to sign off. This last band is called White Rabbit Collective, and the song is called We're the Ones. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us tonight. And good night.
Peace.